Now we come to congenital anomalies of the kidney. First one is the renal agenesis, means absence of kidney. It may be unilateral or bilateral. Why it occurs? If a ureteric bud fails to develop, which is inducing the metanephric tissue to form metanephric blastema. If it is absent, then there will be renal agenesis. If it is unilateral renal agenesis, then it is compatible with the life because another kidney will hypertrophies to compensate the function of the another kidney. Now, if it is bilateral renal agenesis, then it will lead to oligomnios because bulk of the amniotic fluid is added by the kidneys. Now, this oligomnios lead to uterine wall to compress the fetus because amniotic fluid act as a cushion for the baby. So if it is present, the fetus will be compressed against the uterine wall, so that there will be compressed facial appearance. So that is called as Potter facies, and other symptoms which will lead to formation of which will lead to Potter syndrome. Now, another one, most common congenital anomaly of the kidney is congenital polycystic kidney. It is due to abnormal dilatation of the different part of the uriniferous tubules, especially the loop of Henle. So, multiple cysts are present in the kidney. It is of two types, childhood type and the adult type. And adult type, it is more common. It is autosomal dominant or maybe autosomal recessive type. Now, horseshoe kidney, which is very important. Now, what happens in this lower pole of both kidney? Here, the tissue from the lower pole of both kidney unites and form the horseshoe shape of the kidney. So, in this type of the kidney, this ascent of the kidney, it is arrested by inferior mesenteric artery because this tissue, it is trapped under the region of the inferior mesenteric artery. So, there will be the kidneys will be at lower level than the normal kidneys because its ascent is arrested by inferior mesenteric artery. Now we come to the lobulated kidney. Normally the kidneys are lobulated in fetal life and up to the 1 year after birth. But normally it will disappear, but if it fails to disappear, then the kidneys will be lobulated. Now, supernumerary or accessory renal arteries. These accessory renal artery, they represent the persistent fetal renal arteries. So, sometimes these accessory renal arteries, they may compress the ureter or at pelvic-ureteric junction, they can compress it, and that will lead to hydronephrosis because it will obstruct the urine flow. Now, if we summarize the development of kidney, the urinary system begin to develop before the genital system, and it starts at 4th week of intrauterine life. And development of kidney occurs from the intraembryonic mesoderm, that is intermediate mesoderm. This intermediate mesoderm will form the nephrogenic cord, which is extending from cervical to sacral region. And this development of kidney follows ontogeny repeats phylogeny, means during development it repeats its evolutionary history. First of all, pronephros, then meso, and then metanephros are formed. These pronephron will disappear completely, then mesonephros will develop during end of the 4th week of intrauterine life. They will also disappear, but their duct, that mesonephric duct, will persistent, and in the caudal part of this mesonephric duct, ureteric bud will be formed. Then metanephros will appear during the end of 5th week of intrauterine life, and this metanephros will form the human permanent kidney. So, human kidney is metanephric. Now, development of kidney has been divided into two parts, excretory part and the collecting part. Excretory part or the secretory part, it is formed by the nephrons, and it is formed by the metanephric blastema, which is induced by the ureteric bud. Now, the collecting part, which is formed by the ureteric bud, that is developing from the caudal part of mesonephric duct or the Wolffian duct. Now, the ascent of kidney lies in the sacral region, and it ascends to the thoracolumbar region to reach its final position. Why it ascends? Because there is less space in the pelvic cavity, and to in search of proper nutrition or proper blood supply, and due to differential growth of the posterior body wall. Now the urine formation, it starts at the 12th week of intrauterine life. And if we see congenital anomalies, there are renal agenesis, unilateral or bilateral. There is polycystic kidney, accessory renal arteries, and lobulated kidneys. And these, so this is all about the development of kidney. Thank you.